there is so much history in Bishop Stortford, and so much that a lot of people wouldn't generally know. I mean, in recent years, we've had the big archaeological dig at Grange Paddocks, which made its way onto Digging for Britain. So that shone a light on the history that the town has got to offer. But in the museum, we've got all from prehistoric to Roman, Victorian. So it really does cover such a wide expanse of time. So yeah.
The Bishop Stortford Community Podcast is all about shining a light on the businesses, community leaders and local legends that make our town a great place to live. But behind the scenes, to run the podcast, it does cost money. So we've set up a simple way for you to support the podcast through the Giving Lottery. It's just £1 per week, and every week you're in with a chance to win a prize. And a portion of that money goes directly into supporting the podcast and creating more stories and more interviews like today's. If you'd like to support what we're building here, the link's in the show notes. Thanks in advance for your support. Okay, back to the episode. Welcome to the Bishop Stortford Community Podcast, the show where we shine a light on the incredible businesses, community leaders and local legends shaping our town. I'm your host, James O'Donnell, and today we are joined by Emily Oliver. Emily, great to have you on the show.
Hello.
Hello. Emily, for those of us who don't know you yet, who are you and what do you do here in Bishop Stortford?
So I work at Bishop Stortford Museum. I am the Museum and Visual Arts Coordinator at the Museum and South Mill Art.
Fantastic. So what does that mean? What do you do day to day?
So I do a range of things. Mostly I'm based in the museum. I help with our school visits. So we get lots of school visits from local schools. I help with our other educational programs. So like the young curators, we do kids craft during the holidays. And in terms of visual arts, we have got our art space at the museum, which showcases the work of lots of local artists and local community groups as well.
You seem to be plugged in then to local art and history. Yeah, all things that way. Fantastic. You know, we're so lucky as Bishop Stortford to have a museum, and you know, Bishop Stortford has so much history. What kind of things do you come across that surprises you, or you know, gets your brain working?
There's, like you say, there is so much history in Bishop Stortford, and so much that a lot of people wouldn't generally know. I mean, in recent years, we've had the big archaeological dig at Grange Paddocks, which made its way onto Digging for Britain. So that shone a light on the history that the town has got to offer. But in the museum, we've got all from prehistoric to Roman, Victorian. So it really does cover such a wide expanse of time. So yeah.
And the museum's open to anybody, isn't it? It's not just school visits that can come along. We just turn up and...
Yeah, do turn up. The museum is free to visit. It's open 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. on Saturdays. So yeah, we're open. Do come and give us a visit.
Fantastic. What items have you got on display at the moment that we should be keeping an eye out for?
So our very popular one that we've got on display is Titus, our skeleton, who's a Roman soldier, we believe, and he is on the top floor of the museum. But we also have quite a lot of exhibitions that have recently gone up. So in the last year, we've had our war room that has been completely redisplayed. That's on the first floor. So do give that a visit. And we're constantly sort of changing our exhibitions and things that are going on. So do keep an eye on our social media for everything that's coming up.
Fantastic. Where was Titus found then in town?
He was found in Cannons Close, so up towards sort of Hockrell Way.
Wow.
He was actually found by some of the boys who were at Bishop Stortford College, and it used to live in their history classroom until it was brought to the museum. This is quite a while back, but yeah.
Well, they just found a skeleton, or they must have been digging for something.
Yeah, the archaeology kind of club at the school.
Oh, really?
They found the skeleton. We've got the Roman coffin downstairs on the bottom floor. If we had it on the top floor, it would probably go through the building.
Really?
We have to keep that on the bottom floor, and we've got Titus on the top here.
Fantastic. Well, I think that's worth all our while to come and visit.
Yeah.
What other bits about the museum are you excited about sharing today?
So we are doing a program, which is our oral history program currently, and we have collated oral history projects since 2005. We've got lots and lots of oral histories, but we're very, very keen to get people's memories. for anyone who doesn't know, an oral history is people speaking about their experience in Bishop Stortford, whether it's growing up in the area, their memories of different shops, places in the town, their memories at school, anything like that, because that all builds the memory and our archive. So we're building up our oral history archive, and it would be great if anybody out there is very keen to share their experience of living in Stortford.
What kind of stories are you looking for?
A very, very different stories, really. I mean, everyone's experience of being in Bishop Stortford or working in Bishop Stortford will be completely different. So anyone's relationship to Bishop Stortford as a place, we're very much welcome to hear what their memories are.
One of the things that I found through doing the podcast is some of the clubs have been around for decades and decades and decades. Water Lane Theatre Company has been around for so long, and thinking about all the the shoulders of giants that people have stood on to get to the point where they're putting on Blackadder a few months ago. Now, and to think of all the productions that people have done and all the roll call of names that are there. I think my grandparents that were very heavily involved with the archery club, 40, 50 years ago. And just to think about their memories as well. So I'm sure there's going to be people out there listening to the podcast that have got varied stories that they can bring and to contribute. If people are interested in doing that, how can they reach out to make that happen?
So you can send us an email. So our museum email is museum@southmillarts.co.uk. Just drop us an email, let us know that you're interested, and we will go from there and organise a day to record your memories.
And they'd come in and you'd kind of sit down with them and ask them questions,
Yeah, so you would come in and take a seat in our archive room, and it would be a very relaxed sort of interview. We would just chat about everything, really. Anything that you want to share that are your memories, you would be there with an interviewer, and it would become part of the museum archive. So you'll become part of the museum.
Part of the history. Fantastic. Have you got any examples of what people have already donated? Is that the right term? Shared?
We've had, as I say, approximately 100 old local history museum cassettes. So before the museum moved here, we've even been doing this before that. So we've got lots and lots of histories. We even had a local man, Cyril Banks, who did an oral history with us, and he fought in the war. You can see we've got a display of him on the first floor. So we've used his oral history and his memories to create this exhibition about him. So do come and give us a visit to find out more. Fantastic.
Well, we'll promote that. We'll share the email address as well. So if people have got something to share, that they can do that. Is there anything else? What future displays have you got to put up over the next year or so? What are you most excited about?
Well, we're hoping to do a Roman coinry display very soon. We have got a series of Roman coins that we want to showcase more. So several different panels and things related to that will be going up on the second floor. We've got lots and lots of displays, hopefully just to kind of add to what we've already got. So in the past week or so, we've actually put some more information up about our transport and the stocks that we've got on the second floor. So we're constantly trying to add to the permanent collection as well as showcase other things. And we do an object of the month. So there's always new things going up there. We put that article in the Independent each month. So if you're interested in finding out what the object of the month is, do give that a read.
We will try and share that from the Indie. Not everyone has the link accessible, but that'd be interesting for people to share. That's awesome. Emily, I'm just really excited that we've got a museum that's active in the work that you're doing to trying to preserve the stories and the history of Bishop Stortford. We are lucky to live in a town that has that history that we can reflect on and see what was happening on some of these streets a few hundred years ago, because I don't think a lot's changed, but again, those streets have been around for a long time. So it'd be interesting for new people to the town to come and visit and see what Bishop Stortford's all about.
Definitely.
Fantastic. Emily, are you ready for some Stortford Spotlight questions now?
Yes. Yeah. Let's go.
Excellent. These are 3 super fast questions that we ask every guest that comes onto the Bishop Stortford Community Podcast. First question. If you could put one sentence on a billboard in Jackson Square, what would it say and who needs to hear it the most?
Okay, I would say be curious and come to the museum to learn a bit more about our town's history.
With an arrow pointing
with an arrow pointing
in the right way.
straight to us.
Fantastic. Yeah, I really hope that more people come along and try and learn about the history, especially if you've just moved here. It's so rich.
Yeah, and
So,
we as well do a guided tour the first Saturday of every month, which is free to attend. So you can book onto that. So anyone who's interested and wants to learn a little bit more, we'd take you around and explain different things in the museum.
Excellent. We should promote this to all the estate agents that are popping up all over Stortford. If you're moving to Stortford, you have to do the walking tour to understand the history of the place you're moving to. Yeah, that's my idea. Okay, question 2. Where do you go in Stortford that you secretly hope never gets too popular?
I would say South Street Pantry is always my favourite. I do love it there, especially for a brunch or a coffee. But I'd also say even just going for a walk along the river. I love going for walks, especially when it's a nice sunny day. We do often do museum walks along the river, so you might have seen us along there. I would say a nice stroll along the river with a coffee in hand is a good experience of Stortford.
Good shout. Yeah, and South Street Pantry, really good spot. I haven't made it there yet. So I thanks for the push. I must make it down there and experience it. Their social media is incredible. Some of the things that come out of there. So I've got to see it in the flesh and see what it's all about. Thanks for the recommendation, Emily. And final question: who's doing something special in town that more people need to know about?
I would like to advertise at South Mill Arts because we have got a Community Fun Day event coming up on Saturday the 25th of July, which is from 11 a.m. till 3 p.m. But we're going to have lots of pop-up performances, shops, activities, food. So it will be a really nice community event, and it would be great to see so many people there kind of celebrating our community, which would be fab.
Fantastic. Do people need to book, or is this just something that families can come along to?
Just pop in. So we're really looking forward to that here.
Excellent. We will put a link to that in this episode's show note, but also if you've got an image that we can put out on the community page as well to advertise that, more than happy to do that, Emily. That's not a problem at all. And then finally, what's that email address for people to reach out to the museum and to contribute their stories?
Yeah, so it is museum@southmillarts.co.uk. Send us an email there and we'll pick that up.
Fantastic. Emily, that's wonderful. That's a wrap. Thank you so much for joining us today on the Bishop Stortford Community Podcast.
Thank you for having us.
Not a problem. If you've enjoyed this episode, the best way to support us, the show, is to hit follow, leave a quick review on YouTube, Apple or Spotify or wherever you're listening to this, and then share it on your socials or maybe with someone in town who's not on social media that has got a story that they can share with the museum. Share this episode with them so they can understand what it's all about and reach out to Emily to get in there and record those oral histories. They're really, it sounds absolutely fantastic project that you're doing there, Emily. And if you've got a local legend, someone you think that we should be featuring on the podcast to share their stories, more than happy to feature them here as well. Drop their name in the comments below and I can reach out and invite them on the podcast. Emily, again, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.